what I was making pretty good money, man. I'm making maybe at the time $10,000 a month for like 3 years, but I blew it all. Doing partying and traveling, and but I wasn't happy though. That's the thing. The only thing that made me happy, I figured out after all that time of going through all the trials and tribulations. The only thing that made me happy was the relationships I had. That's it.
Have a similar foundation. So my book, even though it's Create a Healthy Romantic Relationship, it does teach you the foundation to all healthy relationships. Then we focus on sexuality, because we know that 2,000 years ago, our sexuality was taken and controlled. And it is time for us to take that back, because that is where our power resides. And when we learn how to create a healthy sexual relationship with ourselves and with other people, it is amazing how easy it is for us to own our power and become potent.
Stream, it's online. I mean, what is anxiety all about, really?
So there's a few reasons why people might struggle with anxiety, and a lot of them overlap. So there is definitely something likely for some people to have a genetic component to it. So if you've got an anxious mum, you may be anxious because there is something in the genetics that say that part of your brain is going to be super sensitive and freak out more easily under certain conditions.
You what? If I'm going to do this, and if I'm going to make an impact to people's lives, I'm going to put myself on the chopping block. I'm going to use my life and the stories of other people and people that I've worked with and do it. So that was kind of like it in a nutshell, right?
Yeah. So what type of fighter was your husband?
He was mixed martial arts, MMA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. So how did you have the confidence to say, hey, I'm going to teach women how to do this, or men how to do this too? Because, a lot of people, they might be good at something.
Right.
But they might not be good at teaching it or showing people how to do it.
You know what? It was something that I
But by the time he lost his car and rocked it off, that was years later. And Rick was right about that. That's the only drug dealer I ever heard say that. They always say, yeah, it was all them crackers. No, they weren't. They weren't crackheads yet. They weren't selling their clothes and their body yet. They weren't strawberries yet. That takes time to get that addicted.
Yeah,
when you stop going to work, then it just starts a domino effect. The job gets lost. You can't afford it. That took years to happen. He said crackheads didn't come to about 88. The first couple of years, no, they were just addicts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo. It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Like, share this episode. And we're going to do like we always do, man, over here. We're going to do like we always do. We're going to talk that talk. And we're going to go out and make it happen. God damn. So, yeah. It's Easter weekend. If you're in the church, you're probably going to church tomorrow. I don't got nothing against that. That's cool. If you're going to Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday, baby. The church is packed on Easter Sunday, boy. I mean, packed. All the way from the front to the back to the door. People, it's a line to go into church on Easter Sunday, boy. People show up to Easter Sunday service one time a year. You won't see them the rest of it until next Easter.
No, 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 no.
That's how they usually go, boy. Boy, church. Boy, it. But, you know, that's what I used to do when I was growing up. Happy Easter Day.
No, 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 no.
You know, it's cool though. I'm not going. But if you going, I don't got nothing against that. I grew up in the church. So it's all good, man. No hard feelings at all. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I'm going to talk about some stuff. I'm going to talk about my book, Boss Life Secrets. That's on Amazon.com. If you haven't picked up that book, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Because, you know, stuff that I write about is 10 times better than the stuff that I speak about. Because, you know, I can't really say what I want to say on here without being shadow banned. And that's okay. Because, you know, I play by my own rules. I don't I don't play by YouTube rules or Google rules. I pretty much do my own thing. I march my own tune. You know what I'm saying? Because I was before I came on YouTube, I was already doing my own thing. I was already doing shit. I was already successful at doing other things. So I always looked at YouTube like, you know, I don't need to be on here. I'm on here because I want to be on here, not because I have to. I mean, there's other websites online that I can hang out on. Like LinkedIn, for example. I like LinkedIn. LinkedIn.com. Business site, job site, etc., you know. And plus, I have my own websites online as well that I never talk about. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You know? People don't show up and listen to me on this channel to hear how many websites I got and how much business deals I do. You know, that's for the other channel. And if people want to go there, hey, they can go over there. You know. But you know, we live in some strange strange times today, in my opinion. You know, one of the things that I wrote about in my book that that pretty much always works for me. And it's probably the best skill that you can ever have. Because most of us, we're not coming from the best environment around the best people in the world. Most of us are around people that are very negative. You know, that's most people. Most people are negative. They're negative when it comes to anything. And a lot of times that stops us from doing whatever we want to do because we care too much about what people think about us, right? And sometimes that can be a problem because we need that validation from them. Our friends and family, we care too much what they think about us. It should be the opposite. We should care much more how we feel about ourselves versus them. But for the most part, the opposite is true. Which I always say, if you're going to care about what other people think about you, why don't you go find much better people to hold you accountable? Plus, you can get better because those people that'll hold you accountable, they're already in a much better position than you. At least they will be. They live better. They make more money than you. They have more friends than you. They live a better lifestyle than you. So why not search for those people? And if you stay around them long enough, what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to be mediocre and average around them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're going to always thrive or at least seek to get better. Otherwise, you're just going to get away from them. So it's two things. That's the two things that's going to happen. Either you're going to get better or you're going to leave and get away from them. If you really need validation from anybody, get it from the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. But most of the time it doesn't happen that way because we like being comfortable. We like being around people that make us comfortable. But the thing that you seek, success, whatever that means to you, it's on the other side. And it's uncomfortable. But it's not going to be uncomfortable forever. That's the thing. It's only going to be uncomfortable in the beginning stages. And then after that, after, I don't know, a couple months, couple years, it'll become normal. It's like the way you are now didn't start off being normal. It was uncomfortable in the beginning. Even as a baby, it was uncomfortable. Even as a kid, it was uncomfortable. But you became the person you are today. But the problem with that is it ain't working the way you would like. Or at least things aren't the way you want it to be anyway. You know? That's the problem. This is why I say one of the best skills you can have is to pour into other people, build them up. See, the problem with a lot of us, we are good at, or at least some of us, have mastered the art of taking care of ourselves, right? But the problem with that is when it comes to other people, or at least looking out for other people, or thinking about other people, that we know, that we live with, that we have relationships with, a lot of us, we're horrible at it. We're horrible at thinking of other people or thinking about other people or looking up or, just thinking about other people, taking care of other people, looking out for other people. Just being a friend, being a boyfriend, husband, wife. We're horrible. We're horrible as a wife. We're horrible as a husband. We're horrible as a boyfriend. We're horrible as a girlfriend. We're horrible. That's the part that's the skill set that a lot of us lack. We're good at taking care of ourselves. But when it comes to other people, having relationships with other people, we're horrible. That's the problem. That's a big problem because see, most of the people you meet, that's where they're coming from. That's what they're coming from people or family or around friends that they wasn't like they didn't have big fans. They didn't have fans. They didn't have people around them picking them up when they fall down or telling them that, hey, you can do it. I believe in you. I'll support you. The men and women that you meet, they're not coming from that. So when you meet that woman, she's going to have insecurities about herself. She's going to have things about her that to you, you might say, I don't understand. I don't understand what's the big deal. It's a big deal to her because she didn't have that. She didn't have that in her family. She didn't have the best relationship with her mom. She didn't have the best relationship with grandma. She didn't have her relationship with her dad was probably a little rocky. She don't have the best friends, or might not have no friends. But that's who you're gonna meet. Now, there's a good chance you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna have some type of insecurities. Insecurities about her body, how her body look when she look in the mirror. She don't like how her face look. She don't like her hair. She don't like her feet. I mean, she don't like how her body's shaped. It could be anything. So you're going to have to pour into that woman. You're going to have to build her up. You're going to have to see something in her that she don't see in herself. You're going to have to believe in her even when she don't believe in herself. A lot of us don't know how to do that. We haven't been trained to do that. No one ever taught us how to do that. All we know how to do is look out for ourselves. That's it. And then we try to get with somebody else and we wonder why the person don't like being around us. We wonder why the person feel like they're not being appreciated. The person is complaining all the time. They're complaining because you're not showing them enough attention. There's a good chance. Or you're not communicating well enough. Or maybe you get the point, but you just don't know how to do whatever she's complaining about. You don't know how to fix the problems. This is probably one of the most important skill sets of them all. Some people say, oh, it's communication is key. Yeah, but just having empathy and compassion for people, boy, that's big too. Some people don't have empathy for people. Some people don't have compassion for people. Some people will be in their car, in their luxury car, Benz or Beamer, whatever they drive, Cadillac, whatever it is, They'll roll through the ghetto, some of the worst ghettos in America, and see homeless people everywhere and don't feel anything. It's like the homeless people at the red light is invisible to them. There's no compassion. They don't feel anything. The person's invisible to them. And they got to roll past, they got to drive through the ghetto 5 days a week to get to the job. And what they'll do, if you ask them, hey, what do you feel about them homeless people that you drive past every morning, 5 days a week? They'll say, well, that's their problem, not mine. They'll say something like that. You know, and don't let them be in the way, like crossing the street and the light change and they'll blow the horn, beep, 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 get out of the way. You know, so you have that type of shit out there. You have people with that mentality. And let me tell you what's even worse. And this is what I learned over the past 20 years. People feel the same way about veterans. Yeah, people feel the same way about veterans. And the reason why I know this, because I'm a veteran. Nobody gives a damn about a veteran. And if it wasn't for the veterans, you wouldn't be able to walk around like you do. You wouldn't be able to come over here from other countries like you do. People come over here, walk around and do whatever they want. They think it happened by accident. Or they just nice enough to let me come over here from Kenya or Eastern Europe or wherever they came from. You know, but if it wasn't for the veterans, you wouldn't be able to have all this freedom over here like you do. So if you're one of those people that don't have respect for veterans, sit down and shut up and show some respect. But there's a lot of people out here that's like that. They have that mentality like they haven't done shit all their life. They haven't sacrificed anything. They haven't done anything. They haven't looked out for anybody but themselves. They've been selfish for 30, 40, 50, 60 years of their whole life. And when they get old, nobody likes them. Nobody wants to be around them. Kids don't even like them if they got kids. If they ever got married, the husband, he left. He left with another bitch that's younger than her, that looked better than her. Because a lot of people have bad social skills. They have bad social skills. And they lack integrity. And a lot of people are just broken. And a lot of this has to do with how they were raised. Maybe something happened to them when they were growing up. Maybe they had horrible parents. It could be a lot of different things. But they never dealt with it, though. They never did anything to fix what happened to them when they was a little girl or a little boy. They just kind of acted like it didn't happen, kind of lock it away in a locker or a file box, and kind of act like they'll just move on and be like, hey, I never got molested when I was a kid or a girl. You know, that never happened to me. This is just how I am. I just like lots of men. That's all. You know, they'll start saying things to justify their actions. You know, and if you look at how a lot of women act, a lot of times it has to do with something happened to them when they were growing up. Like women that run through guys, a lot of those women have been molested or been touched when they were younger, taken advantage of in some type of way by one of their relatives. But they probably never would admit to it because they kind of, some of them, you know what's crazy? Some of them women have forgotten what happened to them because the shit was so traumatic. It was so horrible. They forgot what happened to them when they were a little girl or a little boy. And they grow up and just move on. And they, you know, hurt people. They got holes, like some people like to say. They're lacking certain skills to function because they never really fully develop as a person, as a man or a woman. They never fully develop because if, let's say, for example, let's say you had a bad relationship with your mom, or maybe your mom just took off and abandoned y'all, and your dad was a single parent. So now, as a young boy, you grow up to be a man. It looks to be a man anyway, but you're not really. You struggle in certain areas because you feel like you don't want to get into a committed, a long-term relationship because you feel like a woman might leave you, just like your mom did. You know, even you have a good relationship with your dad. Your dad was there because he's a single parent. But you struggle with women because your mom left you, abandoned y'all. And so now you're afraid to get into any long-term committed relationship. You know, because you were too young to understand why your mom left. But you take, as a kid, you don't understand that shit. You think it's your fault. Maybe it's something that you did that made your mom left. But lo and behold, it ain't had nothing to do with you. You're a kid. But being a kid, we don't understand that. You know? And you probably never talked to your dad about it. You know, more than likely you didn't. If you did talk to your dad about it, by the time you talked to him about it, you was an adult. You didn't talk to him as a kid about it. That's usually how it go. You know? So you never dealt with it. You kind of just put it in a safety deposit box, lock it away, forget about it. But it flares up when you get triggered. Whenever a woman starts talking about, hey, where we go from here, you get triggered, like you fall back, like, I don't know. You don't call her no more. Or you put space in between. You know, you get nonchalant all of a sudden. You don't call her like you used to. And she's calling you saying, hey, what's up? Well, can I come by? You're like, nah, I ain't home right now. Now you trying to avoid her. All because you're afraid. You know? So a lot of people have baggage out here. Too much baggage. You know? A lot of us haven't fully developed. You have a lot of weirdos and degenerates out here. And it's not your fault if you haven't fully developed. You can't raise yourself. Somebody raised you. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, it's your life and you're going to have to take responsibility, and you're going to have to take off where they left off at. Pick off where they left off at, basically. You're going to have to go back and deal with the shit that happened to you. Come to terms with it. Understand what happened and why it happened. And go from there. Otherwise, you're going to keep going on the same hamster wheel over and over again. You're going to get stopped. That same bullshit that happened to you is going to keep stopping you, and it's going to sabotage your relationship. That's what's going to happen if you don't deal with that shit. So a lot of us try to put the cart before the horse. We want to leapfrog past everything. And we think if we can leapfrog and kind of like take a shortcut to everything. Yeah, you can take some shortcuts. But at the end of the day, you are who you are. See, a lot of times, a lot of us, we don't know who we are. If you don't know who you are, what you're about, what you're going to do with your own life, and you try to invite someone else into that, it's probably going to be that's going to be a tough relationship to be in. And you don't even know if she know who she is yet. The woman you inviting in, you don't even know who she is yet, really. So if you don't know who you are, and you find out you don't know who she is, or she don't know who she is either, well, that relationship's going to fail. And you're going to be back to where you started from before you got into that relationship with that woman. And this is why so many relationships fail. Most people don't know who they are. It usually takes some people, by the time they hit late, I say about mid-20s, late 20s, you know, people usually figure out who they are, what they want to do, what their life at around that point. Some people would take longer. I know for me, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I was early 30s. Some people would take longer, you know. Now, some people will say, hey, you can meet somebody, get in a relationship together, y'all can build together, and y'all can work things out. You can, but that's usually a painful way to go about doing it. Cause y'all y'all might go through all kind of crazy shit together, you know. That's like a high school sweetheart. Y'all met in high school. You were 18, she was 17. Y'all eventually got married, had kids, family and everything. And they're still together to this day, 20 years later. That happens, but that couple usually go through a lot of crazy shit usually happen, you know, but they work it out. They usually work it out some way, somehow, you know, but there's going to be some growing pains because they met so young, you know. But for most of us, it usually don't work like that. We probably won't meet our high school sweetheart and, you know, get and live happily ever after. For most of us, it usually don't go down like that, you know. But you know, that's usually how it's usually how it play out, man. But having the best skill set you can have, man, is to build people up, pour into them, see something in them that they probably don't see in themselves, and be a person of value. Because a lot of people say, hey, how do I get friends? You have friends by just being a valuable person. Just give a good word, good advice, tips, things that help the other person. That's how you be a good friend, if that's what you want. That's how you have good relationships. Just like I got friends, I got hoes. I got hoes that I've been knowing for 10 plus years. But they care about my well-being as a human. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting married. It ain't happening. I ain't turning no hoe into no housewife. They know it and I know it. Right? But they care about me as a person. We're close, but we don't get too close. At least I don't. See, the problem with a lot of guys today, they want to get married to the hoes. They want to get close to the hoes. They invite them to the graduation, all kind of bullshit. Yeah. No. They want to be like Kanye West, and come on, man. No. Hoes got to play their position. Hey, we love them hoes. Let's be honest. Them rappers, you say, we don't love them hoes. You're lying. We love them hoes. We do. They're fun. Be honest. Them hoes is fun. They look good. It's fun to be around. You see, a lot of these guys, these entertainers, they get exploited all the time because they get too close to the hoes. That's the problem. See, if you get too close to the hoes, they'll get you. See, you got to get them before they get you. You got to keep them in their place. That's how you deal with the hoes. You keep them in their place. Don't make no promises to them. None of that. We ain't never get married. And we ain't ever gonna live together either. That's another thing. I like, all right, okay. Now, if you need a favor, you need some place to stay, because you did me a favor years ago. All right, goddamn it, you got me. Shit. Okay. I'll give you a pass. I'll do you a favor. You looked out for me in the past. You did me a big favor. Okay, I'll return the favor, goddamn it. That's the most I'm gonna go. That's the most I'm gonna go. But she can't move in with me now. This is temporary. This ain't no goddamn you gonna move in the room and be there for the whole year. Hell no. And I'm not paying for your habits, and I'm not paying for your food. No, Now I'll give you shelter if you as my hoe, but I'm not buying your food, and I'm not supporting your habit now. God damn it! No, I got to lay the rules down, because there's women I have in my life that have looked out for me like that. No doubt about it. But they know what I stand for, and they respect my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And they already know that they could never live up to my expectations as a woman. They already know that because I've known them long enough. Over 10 years, just like I said, and it ain't going to change. You know what I'm saying? So when we see each other, and that's it. We ain't going out together, and we ain't going to the club together. We ain't going out of town together. We ain't going on vacation together. No, none of that. You know. Now a lot of guys can't handle a relationship like that with a hoe. I can. I happen to be one of those guys that can. You know, a lot of guys get into their feelings and they start acting like a woman. They catch feelings. You know, that's the problem. So certain guys should just stay away from the hoes. You know, you have to know who you are. You know, and see the big problem today is you got men acting like women and women acting like men. And you know this is not going to end well for us in North America. See, other guys around the world see us as a laughing stock. Where people laugh at us around the world. We're like Las Vegas around the world. Guys are laughing at us. Guys look at us, they be like, oh, they're weak over there. They're wearing dresses and wearing something that look like a dress. And some of them are gay, cross-dressing. And some of them have identity problems. Oh, we can take them. They're weak in North America. We ain't afraid. We don't have to be afraid of them no more. That's what these guys are saying. They're like, in America, we can take them now. They don't even get along amongst each other. They're infighting. We can take them now. We can gang up on them. That's what happens. It goes down like the Titanic. You got women are not going to be on no front line. Even if they volunteered, it wouldn't work out anyway. That wouldn't work out. Soon as the body falls, women gonna panic. Women gonna panic on the battlefield. That's never gonna work. We can talk all that girl power all you want. Because see, a lot of women get things twisted. They think leadership is something that they did or some type of accomplishment. That ain't leadership. That ain't got nothing to do with leadership. That's more like a confidence bill. That don't got nothing to do with leadership. Just because you accomplished something, or you wrote a book or did a speech on stage, that don't got nothing to do with no leadership. No, That's just an accomplishment. And that's great for a woman to go on stage and speak, to do something she never done before. But don't get it twisted. That ain't leadership. Leadership is a lifestyle. Leadership is just who you are. It don't even have to be explained. It don't have to be explained. That's just who he is. That's just how he get down. yeah, leadership is kind of like a way of being, way of seeing the world. You know, you like taking charge of your family, your surrounding area, environment, or your area, or it could be your friends, family, it could be company, could be your company, it could be your community. That's not the same thing as an accomplishment, though. That's just something you did. That's not. That has very little to do with leadership. See, women don't understand what leadership is. They try to explain it, but they can't. They think they can, but that's just all front. Leadership is what you do within the chaos. What women do in the chaos? Throw up the hand and yell and scream in the chaos. That's what women do. Well, some guys are doing that today too. Like I said, some guys are acting like women. But that's what when them bullets start flying, when them bombs start falling, or when it's some type of disaster, accident, women yell and scream. That's what most women do. And I'm not mad at them for yelling and screaming and panicking. But within any chaos, what you do, how you respond, tells a lot about you as a leader. Hell, if everything going good, anybody gonna be a good leader if everything going good. Hell, how much strength and confidence does it take to be a good leader when everything's going well? Not very much. But when shit hits the fan, how do you respond? You fold under pressure? Most people fold under pressure. That's most people, men and women. They fold under pressure. I've seen the best of the best fold. Most of them street dudes that you look up to that claim to be a lot of entertainers claim to be I'm from the streets. A lot of them have fold under pressure. You saw that during the pandemic. You saw that during the pandemic. On Instagram, you saw a lot of broken celebrities talking about, I don't know, man. There's no answers. What's going on? So think about this for a second. You got a dude that claim he's from New York City. He grew up hard. He from New Orleans. He grew up hard. He been in them streets pulling them things back in the day, busting heads. That's what they said. Now, I didn't say that. That's what they said in so many words. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy in the entertainment business. He's a businessman, but he's a tough guy, right? So he done survived. You done made it out of the hood. They made it out of the hood now. That's what they said. You don't even, people got killed along the way. Some of your buddies didn't make it. That's what they say now. This ain't what I'm saying. That's what they said. So you done made it through all that shit. And you sitting down there telling me a virus got you all shook the fuck up. Are you serious, man? You could have been killed a long time ago. Bullets flying everywhere. And you survived all the chaos in them streets. You might have to bust a couple heads. You know, you might got shot. Or you might didn't get shot, but maybe you almost got shot. But you survived. Now, when it comes to a virus that you can't even see, you don't even know where it's at. You don't even know who got it. And now you shook. Make that make sense to me. Now you're a coward. You waited until you waited all those years to go through all that bullshit. Now you afraid of a goddamn virus. You're a coward. You're a coward. That's all it is. You're broken. That's kind of like a lot of these entertainers, these rappers, when they go to Hollywood, they talk about how there was the man, you know, they were that dude in them streets. And they go to Hollywood and they get robbed by the white people. The white people steal all the goddamn money, or at least most of it. But that would have never happened if they would have been back home in their neighborhood. They wouldn't have got robbed. They wouldn't have let the dude on the corner rob them, or dude in their hood rob them. But they went to Hollywood and white people robbed them. Make that make sense to me, goddammit. How the hell you can put your guard down just because you left the neighborhood or your city, your home city? What would make you put your guard down for somebody you don't even know? Make that make sense to me, goddammit. I'm telling you, man. I mean, if that makes sense to you, you let me know. No. Yeah. Look, most guys are cowards. This is why the leadership in this country is weak. Most guys are cowards, simps, wimps. They're afraid of their woman. They're afraid of the supervisor at the job. They're afraid to say certain things in front of women. They kiss ass all the time. They put women on the pedestal. I mean, god damn, the dudes, we're weak in North America, man. And they don't like guys won't even stand up to women today. They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna just get my passport and I'm gonna go someplace else. You are who you are, regardless of where you go. If you're weak here, you're gonna be weak there. Eventually, if you stay over there long enough, wherever that over there is, you're gonna be exposed as being weak over there too. That's how it go. Wherever you go, there you are. Like I always say, you can't hide from yourself or run from yourself. I mean, a lot of dudes, their solution today is just get your passport and go someplace else. And do what? And travel. Okay, how long are you going to travel? How much money you got? Most guys don't have money to travel like that. And ask me how I know. Because I used to travel by myself. I couldn't I couldn't find another guy to go with me because they got to work. And if they don't got to work, they can't afford it. So I'm always by myself all 99% of the time. I'm traveling by myself because I don't have to work and I can afford it. Most guys I know can't go. They got to work. They got responsibilities. They got a job that they can't get away from. And even if they put in a vacation on the job, the people on the job be like, why you got to take a vacation around that time? Well, could you pick another day? You know, they have a hard time getting away from them damn jobs. Even if they got the days. So this is why I'm by myself most of the time. It ain't got to be out of the country. It can be like to Florida or some shit like that. Or California. Can't even leave. Some of these dudes can't even take off 2 days. Can't even take off Thursday and Friday. And a week, forget about it. Taking off the whole week. Shit. If a guy can take off the whole week, oh boy, he's a hell of an employee. Shit. He's special. He's a special employee if he can take off the whole week. You know, women can take off. Yeah, women take off all the time. But most of these guys, forget about it. Unless he's a white man, they take off. Shit. I wouldn't even talk about them, but I'm just saying, you know. That's how it usually go, man. You know, and how long are you gonna travel? Even if you can travel like that, how long you gonna do that shit? Well, you gonna do that for the rest of your life? Are you delusional? You think you're gonna be a passport bro for the rest of your life? You're fucking delusional if you think that. Even I had enough sense to know better than that. I can't keep traveling like this for the rest of my life. Come on. I was in my 30s, 20s and 30s traveling like that. And even I knew better. I can't keep doing this shit for the rest of my life. Hell, it's good to go someplace once, twice a year out of the country. But I ain't gonna be doing that shit like that forever. Hell no. Come on. And I can afford to do it. And I know I'm not gonna be able to do that shit. You're gonna go broke doing that shit. You're gonna go broke. Don't get it twisted. See, you look at these channels with these dudes, and nothing against these dudes. Some of them I'm cool with. Some of them I've never met any of them in person. But some of these guys I chat with from time to time, they're cool. But they're not gonna be able to keep traveling back and forth like that forever. Hell no. Enjoy it while they can. But as you get older, you're not going to keep going back and forth. Colombia, Brazil, DR, Brazil, DR, Thailand, Japan. Well, they don't even go to Japan. Thailand, Philippines, Miami, DR, Brazil, Colombia, then Bolivia, then Mexico. You're not gonna be able to keep doing that shit for the rest of your life. Are you crazy? You're delusional if you think you can do that. Hell, most guys can't even do that now. They can't even do that for 6 months. Most guys can't do that for 6 months. You know why? Because they gotta work. Most guys can't start and sustain a channel like a lot of these guys can. They can't do it. Most guys have one income, just a job. That's it. So where's the other money coming from besides the job? Because the job money, that pays your bills. Rent, your car payment if you got them, your utilities. And how much money you make from your job? It's just an average paying job. 35, 45, 55,000. If that. For some guys. How much money you gonna have to travel once your bills is paid? We're just talking reality here. If you got one income, it ain't gonna be enough. I knew this when I was in my 20s. That's why I started a long time ago. I started having multiple streams of income when I was in my 20s and 30s. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to work for, I don't know, until I'm 62 or 65 and get Social Security. That shit was a pipe dream to me. I never really bought into that shit. I can barely keep a job, past 2 years. I got like a 2 to 5 year mark with jobs. Once I hit 2 to 5 years, it's time to move on. Either I'm going to move on or they'll get rid of me. Because that's when usually 2 to 5 years. Look, if you start a job today, 2 to 5 years, new management usually comes in. And new management come in, they bring in their own people. They want to get rid of the old people. And I'm usually the first one they get rid of. That's how it usually go. You know? But I knew I was going to have to create opportunities for myself at an early age, in my 20s. I just knew that shit. I ain't had nothing to do with a woman. I did this shit for me. That's why I always say I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't owe nobody shit, man. I put it in time. Yeah, people looked out along the way. I paid to be around certain people. I paid for people to teach me certain things or show me certain things. Problem with most of us, we're not around the right kinds of people to show us anything. And there's a bunch of lies being told out here. Most of the stuff you hear about is lies. I learned over the past, 30 years? Most people don't know shit. They don't know what the hell they talking about. I don't care what it is. Online, offline, stocks, website building, videos, YouTube, travel. I don't care what the topic is. Most people give horrible advice. And they know it's a lie. The advice that they're giving you. Even the pastor at the church, he lying to you too. Most people are lying their ass off. And they know it's a lie. Everybody's in on it too. Damn near everybody. Your mom, your dad, they all lying to you. They're not really telling you how shit really go on. The politicians, they lying. How they vote, all that shit is a lie. Everything's a lie. This is why most people don't really get shit done. Everything you're being lied to. They'll say one thing in front of the camera, and they're laughing and giggling with the Republican dude. They're all in cahoots together. These politicians, Republican, Democrat, that don't mean nothing. They all know each other. A lot of them are related. They're cousins. A lot of these politicians. There's a lot of bad advice over here. It's everywhere. It ain't just in North America. You go overseas, they lying over there too. I mean, it's bad advice everywhere. You can't run away from this shit. That's how bad it is. That's why it took me so long to really do what I really wanted to be doing when I was in my 20s. Because you keep running into roadblocks. You know, then you hit the roadblock, then you got to go fall back and adjust and try again. You hit another roadblock, you fall back and try again. And that might take, 2 to 5 years before you get it right. Before you get the combination right, so to speak. And by the time you get to where you want to get, that's 10 years. It might take 10 years. And then people will say, oh, you're an overnight success. Hell no, it took 10 years for me to get to that point. But it would, if you were around somebody that's been there and done that, you would be able to cut that in half. It would probably take you 5 years instead of 10. But you're around people that lie to you, or some people are jealous, they envy you and all kind of bullshit. And you gotta fight against that shit. And it's not easy. Because some of these people are gonna be your family, and you don't want to let your family go. Stop talking to your family, right? I know, it's hard. You don't want to stop talking to your mama or your daddy. Oh, you might stop talking to your dad, but you don't want to stop talking to your mom. Oh, that's different, right? Bullshit. I don't play that favoritism shit. So it's hard because it's mediocre people all around you. It's hard for you to accomplish anything because you're around average and mediocre people everywhere. They're at your job, at the church. You live with them. Your friends are mediocre. People you hang out with. People you go out of town with. It's average, mediocre people everywhere. They're not holding you accountable for anything. They like you the way you are. As long as you don't do better than them, they're happy how you are. They don't got no problem with you until they realize that you're trying to do something that exceeds what they're doing. And then they'll say something negative to try to knock you back down. That's usually how that goes. So everybody's lying, you know. Yeah, so you turn on the TV, they're lying. Everybody's lying. You look at the news, it's a lie. Everything's exaggerated and they put their little spin on it. That's a lie. Well, it's never what they say it is. Almost never, boy. You got to be there to find out what happened. Otherwise, you're going to get an exaggerated lie on top of lies. I mean, everything you ever done, even getting a job, The whole process of getting a job, even that's a lie. How you get a job is not, I'm not going to tell you, hey, go online, apply for this job like everybody else is doing. Man, if you take that route, the chances of you getting a phone call is slim to none. Your resume is going to have to be super tight, flawless. You're going to have to get past the filters that they have online, resume filters. I know how to get past them. Do you? Probably not. I know how to get past them. I've mastered getting past filters online. I've mastered it. I know how to get past all the filters. I just don't care, you know? But if you want to learn how to get past the resume filters, I can help you out with that. I've been getting past resume filters 10 years now, like a pro. I know how to get past it, you know? But there's a better way to get your resume seen. And almost nobody's doing it. Almost nobody's doing it. I can guarantee you, the way I would tell you to get an interview, you're almost guaranteed to get an interview. 99% chance. I don't know if you're going to get the job, but almost 99% you're going to get a phone call if you do it the way I tell you to do it. I only know what? Besides me, I only know like 3 or 4 people that did what I would tell you to do. They got the balls. It takes balls to do it, though. You might not have the balls to do it, but it works. You're guaranteed to get a phone call. But I would say only do it if you really want the job. Only do it if you really want the job. If you don't really want the job, if you don't really want to work at this company, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you just be wasting your time. Because you're going to get a phone call and you're going to get an interview. Guaranteed. I can't guarantee you're going to get the job, though. But you're going to get past the gatekeepers if you do it the way I would tell you to do it. But see, the HR person at these companies, a lot of them on LinkedIn. They're not going to tell you what I would tell you. They'll tell you, oh, the reason why you didn't get the job because you ain't qualified. You don't have enough experience. Man, all that's bullshit. All that's bullshit, man. There's people that they hire don't have sometimes no experience at the position that they won't fill. But they'll tell you that. And you buy into it. You start to feel bad about yourself. But it's bullshit. See, the HR person is going to continue to lie to you because she got to keep her job. That's why she's going to lie to you. And she going to come online. Some of them there's some HR personnels, they have channels now. They have YouTube channels now. They have their own websites now. So they'll do videos on LinkedIn or YouTube lying their ass off. And they'll have their own little program. They want you to buy their program and teach you how your resume should look and what to say during the interview and all that bullshit. Please. Don't tell me what to say during the interview. Help me get a damn interview. But she ain't going to do that. She'll just tell you, hey, buy my product off my website for $500. And if you want to work with her one-on-one, that's going to be like what? At least $1,000, $1,000. And once you're done working with her one-on-one, you're not going to get no results. Because she's going to tell you to go take the same route that everybody else is taking. So you got people going to applying for jobs at Indeed.com and even on LinkedIn. You got thousands of people applying for the same job you're applying for. And how the hell what make you think your resume is going to be seen? Your shit going to end up in the trash at best. Might not even get printed out. See, the HR person is not going to tell you that they got a filter, a resume filter. She ain't going to tell you that. She'll tell you all the shit that sounds good so you won't feel bad about yourself. At least try to anyway. You're qualified. We, other people have better qualifications, all the bullshit. All those are lies. I can go on. You can't even buy a car without taken advantage of today. You can't even buy a house without getting taken advantage of today. Or any type of property. I mean, it's so bad. Somebody's gonna get you. It's you just gotta ask yourself, what? How much do you want to get fucked? That's the question you have to ask. You're going to get taken advantage of some way, somehow. Even if it's something minor, you might get the deal you want, but some way, somehow, you got a slight kind of slime balled, low end of the deal somehow, some way. When it comes to cars, property, something. That's usually how it go. But you just have to know what you get. You should know what you're getting into. That's how I always looked at it. You know? I just know what I'm getting into. I know what I'm fighting up against. And whatever comes with that, I have to take responsibility for that. Just don't go in blind in any transaction. Don't go in blind like, I don't know how this shit is. You end up taking a high-ass interest rate. No, don't do that bullshit. You know, don't do that shit. I made that mistake before. Interest rate on the damn car I had, that shit was 17%. That was some bullshit. But I took it because I was desperate at the time. Hey, people will prey on you. They'll take advantage of you out here. And they knew I was vulnerable. And they took advantage of me. But I knew what I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? At the time. This is like, 15 years ago. I ended up trading that car in. That was the best thing that ever did too. You know? And that's all because I didn't know how shit works when it comes to buying a car. I did not know until after I went through that ordeal. Because I was listening to what the salesman was saying. I'm listening to what my cousin was saying. Because I assume, okay, these people bought more cars than me. So I just assumed they knew what they was talking about. Boy, that was a mistake. That's when I learned that people that buy cars, the majority of the time, They don't care what the interest rate is, as long as they can afford the payments. What type of dumb shit is that? What type of dumb shit is that, man? Yeah, most people, as long as they can afford the payments, they don't care what the interest rate is. I'm like, what? And I actually heard somebody say that. They were honest. They were, they were bold. Now they were actually honest to tell me. I even had a salesman told me the same thing. Car salesman told me the same thing. I said, damn. Woo, boy. A lot of people aren't that bright out here, boy. I'm telling you, boy. That's not bright. That's not a good way of thinking right there, boy. So if they do if they buy a car like that, they'll do a house like that. They're gonna do a house like that if they do a car like that. Yeah. I mean, that's just to be practical, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man. And plus people are so confused about a lot of different things. People don't know who to trust, which is understandable. Because it's like most people are liars. Tell white lies, and it's like half truth, whatever you want to call it. And what I've found is this. If you tell people what I just said in this video, tell your friends and family what I just said in this video, they'll call me a liar. They'll call me and you a liar. They'll say, oh, that ain't true. It ain't like that. How the hell you know? You tried it before? No, but my uncle did. It's always some dumb shit like that. They'll justify why it is the way it is. It's that bullshit. This is why a lot of young people don't listen to a lot of old people. Because a lot of young people are smart enough to know that a lot of old people are full of shit. They might know, the young people might not know exactly what's going on, but they know some shit ain't right. And they're not willing to listen to what their mom or dad is talking about because they know they full of shit. Even a lot of young people, they have enough sense to know that something ain't right. They might not know what it is, but they know some bullshit going on out here. And I knew that when I was in my 20s, but I just couldn't figure out what it was. Then I started writing about it. I started writing blogs about it online. This is like 15 years ago. I started writing about it. And I kept writing about it. And people kept resonating with it. And then I started my channel. It's a money-making channel back in the day. It's all about money, all about making money back in the day. And that was my first channel that I had on YouTube. Well, actually, my first account online was MySpace, myspace.com. And then from MySpace, I started a YouTube channel. It was all about making money. That's what it was all about. This is before Google. Yeah, this is before Google. Before Google bought YouTube out. Yeah, I think I started my first channel 2006. Yeah, 2006. I started my first YouTube channel. And this is before any celebrities. I remember there were no celebrities online at one point. There were no celebrities on I don't remember seeing no celebrities. No, I don't remember. No, there were no celebrities on YouTube in 2006. None. I didn't start seeing celebrities until like I think Twitter. I think Twitter is where it started at. Even on MySpace, there weren't no celebrities on there. No, there were no celebrities on MySpace. Now they had music. The music was on there, but there weren't no celebrities. No celebrities had accounts like they do today on YouTube and Twitter. It wasn't like that at all. The way they on Instagram, this shit wasn't like that. Not in 2006. No. I didn't start seeing celebrities until like 2014 when they started coming on, slowly but surely. Yeah, that's when I started seeing celebrities come online. But videos has always been online. Music and videos always been online. But I'm talking like the actual profiles of people like Drake and all these other rappers. Nah, they wasn't online like that back in the day. Or they had to pay a lot of these celebrities and entertainers to come online to blow their website up. That's what they had to do. They had to pay a lot of these entertainers. That's how they got them to come online. And these big brands like Coca-Cola and Budweiser, all these big brands, they started paying them to come online, to blow their websites up. That's how that shit got started. Wasn't for that, I don't think a lot of rappers still would be online. At least not the ones that's been out for a while anyway, for a long time. Maybe some of them new rappers would be online, but like, I don't think you would have seen Drake, Future, I don't know, you pick your favorite celebrity. I don't think they would be online if they weren't being paid. You know, and then that's when they went to Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. I remember when Facebook was just for college kids. That's how long I've been on Facebook. I wasn't even really using that shit like that. But it was all college kids at one point. It wasn't like it is now. Everybody's on there. People from all walks of life on Facebook got a Facebook account. Even the people you never would think would be on Facebook got a Facebook account. Even some people you know, probably back in your hometown on Facebook. And they probably ain't never had, they probably never even had an email address. But they got one on, got them a Facebook account though. So things have changed over the years. Some things change, but some things still stay the same. Like some people like to say. One thing that's the same is motherfuckers will lie to your ass. They will lie to your ass, boy. You know, and see, the problem is nothing's really going to change. You can read all the books you want. You can even read my books if you want. But that ain't going to help you change. That might make you aware of certain things that you probably never thought about. But the only way things are going to change for you, you have to get around other people that are doing things better than you. People that are living a life that you want. People that's been there and done that and bought the t-shirt. People that can hold you accountable. You need a new environment. You need new friends. That's the only way things are going to change for you. If you stay around your friends and family, most of your friends and family ain't shit. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, you can read all the books you want. Nothing's going to change until you change your environment and get around other people that hold you accountable. And the reason why nothing's going to change if you read a bunch of books is because you care about the people, you care what the people think around you too much. But the people that you around right now, they can't do anything to help you out. But at the same time, you care what they say about you. Even if they can do something to support you, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. Most of them are negative. And even the ones that can do it won't. You know why? Because secretly, they don't want you to do better than them. They're jealous. Jealousy and envy and all that bullshit. So why not be around people that's doing things bigger and better than you? At least you can learn something from them and they can hold you accountable. If you stay around them long enough, it's going to be hard for you to stay mediocre. It's going to be damn near impossible. You're going to have to leave or level up. You only have two options. Well, no, you have the third option. Just stay where you are, keep doing what you're doing, and you end up, nothing's going to change. It's probably going to get worse. And you're going to end up being like most people, mediocre or a fucking failure in life. So you got three choices. You know, you got three choices. Stay mediocre, doing whatever you're doing right now with your friends and family, or get around other people that's doing better and bigger things than you. And if you don't like being held accountable by these people, you can leave. You really got three choices, really. You know, you have to pick, the choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you get with this because this is where it's at. You remember the song if you've been living long enough. So that's usually how it go. You know, that's been proven to work for me. It's been proven to work for a lot of people. But how bad do you want it? It's hard. It's going to be difficult because you got to spend less time with your friends and family. The people that you love so much. They love you so much. That's what they say, right? Well, you love them so much. That's what you say, right? Yeah, that's bullshit. They don't love you as much as you think. You know? If you love me so much, if you see me doing something that's not in my best interest, you would say something. But do they say something? No, they don't. So they don't love you as much as you think. They're not into you as much as you think. And a lot of people have bad social skills. That's what it really comes down to. Bad social skills. They lack integrity. You know. And then some people they have jealousy and envy. They haven't dealt with their own problems. They don't even know who they are. If they don't know who they are, how the hell you think she's gonna be into you or whatever you got going on? That shit ain't gonna work. It's gonna collapse in the long run. And some of these women that you're around, you're gonna end up, once you make a decision to be successful at whatever you choose to do, you're going to end up leaving the woman you with anyway. You're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to leave this bitch because shit's going to get to a point where she's going to be in the way of your progress, of being the best man you can be. She's going to be in the way. You're going to be trying to do whatever you need to do, and she's going to be talking and complaining and whatever. She ain't trying to support you, but at the same time, she's in the way. She got a bunch of opinions about a lot of different things, but she don't want help. She don't want support. But she wants you to listen to her. Crazy. So you're going to have to leave that bitch. You should have left her a long time ago anyway. She knows she ain't shit. You just in denial. She knows she ain't. She know who she is. That's why she's trying to hold you back. If any woman in the right mind would support her man, because if you win, she wins. But she don't see it that way. She don't see it that way. You know why? Because she wants to play your position. She wants to be the man and the woman. Because she's broken. She's broken. She want to be the man and the woman. She feel like she's supposed to be doing whatever you're trying to do. She feel like you shouldn't be in that position. You shouldn't be in that position for whatever reason. And see, in this country, a lot of people, once they make some type of change, especially women, when women look good or make some type of change, whatever, a lot of women have a sense of entitlement all of a sudden. This bitch probably lost 50 pounds or whatever, or 100 pounds. Now she's brand new and shit. She feel good about herself. So now she feels like, hey, I should be getting treated better now because I lost weight. Nah, bitch. You still the same. Mentally. And there's a good chance you're going to gain the weight back anyway because you never changed your mind. You just changed your weight. You dropped the weight, but your mind is set as the same. But she don't see it like that. She feel like, oh, I feel good about myself. Now she's entitled. So it's kind of like, hey, I deserve better treatment, a certain level of respect all of a sudden. Women do this all the time. There are guys that do it too, but women do it more often than guys, And now that same woman will leave the guy her husband she was with for 10, 15 years, or even 20 years, just because she lost 50 pounds or some shit like that. And then she'll try to get back out here on the dating scene And she realized that she can't catch. Ain't nobody trying to get with her like that. Hell, they'll hit it, but they ain't trying to settle with her. She's too old. Ain't nobody looking for no 50-year-old woman, 45-year-old woman. Ain't no shit, no. Ain't no 50-year-old man looking, ain't no 45-year-old man looking for a 45-year-old woman. You're looking for a woman that's younger, like in the 30s. But she's delusional. She's been married too long. Yeah, a lot of these women they've been married for so long, they're old and ugly. Old, ugly, and fat. They don't realize how old and ugly they are because they've been married for so long. Now she's feeling good about herself. She thinks she can pull any man. She's delusional. A lot of women are like that. A lot of women are kind of delusional, though. Or kind of like in that fantasy world. Just because you feel good about yourself, that don't mean you can catch any guy or get any guy you want. Hell no. You got who you got because that's who you was at the time. So they'll blow their whole relationship up just because they feel good about themselves. The guy that she's with is supposed to kiss her ass all of a sudden. She gets all brand new. That's bullshit. A lot of guys get treated like this by women like that. Any guy that feels good about himself, comfortable in his own skin, ain't gonna put up with that shit. He gonna get rid of her ass or tell her to sit the fuck down. You shouldn't tolerate that shit. But that's how it is in North America. You have a lot of women acting like men and a lot of men acting like women. And other guys around the world are watching us over here. We're the laughing stock on the planet. Do you realize that? Guys, these other guys from these other countries are laughing at us over here. They're laughing at us like it's a fucking comedy show. We're putting women on a pedestal. Women are saying they're leaders. Women are giving guys advice when it comes to leadership. These guys are laughing at us over here. You got to be kidding me. What the hell do women know about leadership? Some of these women don't even know what clothes they're going to wear when they wake up in the morning. They got 4 outfits they go through before they put on one. What the hell they know about leadership? These guys are laughing at us, bro. That's why they say, man, we can take them motherfuckers. We can take this shit over now. They weak. The guys in America, they can't even stand up to women no more. They walking around on eggshells. Oh my God. That's what these guys are saying about us. We can kick their ass now. We don't gotta listen to them no more. We can team up, have our own damn currency. Now, we don't need the US economy no more. Shit. If you keep listening to women, when shit hits the fan, what they gonna do? Throw up their hand and yell and scream. And you're gonna be sitting around looking stupid. Like, what are we gonna do? This shit is pathetic, yo. For real. A lot of guys need to get their balls back. And I think it's too late. I think shit is too far gone at this point. You know, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. You know, women are going to keep doing what they're doing until the guys, or until at least enough guys say, hey, enough is enough. But I don't see that happening no time soon. Not these guys today. The guys today, they're the solution to every problem is just get a passport and travel. That's the problem. That's the solution to every problem. Man, it ain't worth it. Just get a passport and go elsewhere. Well, how long are you gonna keep doing that? You can't stay over there forever. Unless you get married to some bitch. And what about your family over here? You got family over here, right? You born over here, you got family, unless you're an immigrant. If you got family over here, what you gonna fuck your family over here and never come back again? Okay, some people do that. Some people say fuck their family and leave and get married to some other woman and never come back over here. I know some people that did that. Some people are, hey, I don't give a fuck about my parents or anybody. I'm out. Okay. Maybe you one of them fellas. There's some cold-blooded motherfuckers out here, man. There's some motherfuckers cold like that. Hey, even if they got kids, fuck them kids too. Fuck the kids. Fuck my parents. Fuck my grandparents. I'm out. Peace. There's some guys that's like that. Believe it or not. Now, the immigrants, well, shit, they could always go back home. They most of them are running from some shit anyway. That's why they came over here. Most of them are mediocre people that come over here. It don't take a genius to figure this out. God damn. They come over here, they all in our business. They come over here, unearned benefits, entitled as hell, and they act like, like somebody owed them something. You ain't done shit. You just got over here 2 years ago, or a year ago, or 5 years ago. You ain't done a goddamn thing. You just came over here from Kenya. That's it. I work hard. You ain't done shit. You just got a job. That's all you got. Sit down and shut up. Show some respect. If it wasn't for the veterans, you wouldn't be able to come over here. So sit down and shut up and show some respect. If you're an immigrant that's ignorant like that. Now, if you an immigrant and maybe you show respect, show love, you understand what I'm talking about, salute to you. But from what I've been hearing lately, it's usually the first. A lot of these guys are disrespectful, men and women, that come over here from these other places, But shit ain't looking good out here in these streets, just socially speaking. When it comes to men and women out here, at least not for the common man and common woman anyway, No. But if you got some game, sometimes if you pose in the right clothes, you get chosen. If you got a mouthpiece, oh shit, you'll be fine. But if that ain't the case, if you confuse like most people out here, you're gonna have a hard time. If you buy into all the lies and deceit that you be hearing all the time, you're going to have a difficult time out here. That's just reality. And if you think I'm lying, go test it out and get back to me and tell me how it's going. I'll give you 8 months. I'll give you 8 months. Go out and test it out. As a matter of fact, let's do this. if you heard everything I said in this video, prove that it's all a lie. Everything I said, go out and prove that it's a lie. And send me an email in 8 months and tell me how it's going after 8 months. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, he was right. I know I'm fucking right. I've been out here long enough. I'm still out here. I know, I know people across this country, everywhere, damn near every city. People I know, most of them are not on the internet. They don't want nothing to do with the internet. The people you follow online, a lot of these people are frauds. They're frauds. That's why they don't show their face, a lot of them, because they're frauds. And they know they'll get exposed because everybody will be like, oh, look at this motherfucker. I see why he didn't show his face. Shit. That motherfucker's ripped me off a couple years ago. Stole all my money. That's why a lot of them don't show their face. They'll get exposed. A lot of these people are frauds. But you love them. You like following them. Because they look good and they talk about leadership. How they teach you how to be a man. How the hell a woman can teach you how to be a man? That's fucking impossible. But you follow them. You like how they look. You like their channel. They're nice to look at. Hey, I give you that. They're nice to look at. I give you that. But you're not learning anything from them. No. A woman can't teach you how to be a man. Yeah, okay, she can give you some tips and things to be aware of. Yeah, okay, I give you that. That's the extent of it. She can't teach you how to be a man. She don't know how it feels to be a man. She can't do it. Don't know how. She don't really know what being a leader, a good leader is all about. When it comes to leadership skills, she don't know it. They talk a good game. It sounds good in theory. But anyone that's a veteran, they know what I'm saying to be true. They know. When it comes to being a veteran, we know what real leadership looks like. Probably more so than any other human being on this planet. You know why? Because being in the military, we make the ultimate sacrifice. This is why there's a mutual respect amongst us. We don't gotta like each other, but there's a mutual respect among us. Even some people that haven't been in the military, they respect veterans, but it's for a different reason. The people that haven't been in the military respect veterans because we done something that they would never do because they're cowards. They would never do it because they're cowards. That's what it is. But hey, share this video. I don't really want to talk to anybody. I didn't really plan on talking to anybody. If you want to come on, man, hey, you click the link, you can come on, but I ain't really planning to talk to nobody tonight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the link. I ain't really planning to talk to nobody tonight, but hey, if you want to come on and say a little word or two, hey, we can talk for a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I got my point across. If not, I'll roll out if you don't have nothing to say. You dig? Shit. But yeah, you know, it's like we don't live in a it's not pretty out here. It's doggy dog out here. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that tells you it's all peaches and cream out here, like, what fucking world are you living in? What fucking world are you living in? Even fucking people that are doing well don't believe that shit. People that live in the ivory tower don't even believe that shit. Just because you're doing well, that don't mean it's great out here. No. You know? Well, hey. I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Handsome guy.